And we are live. Welcome, everyone. You are listening to Saving Money Unapologetically with your host, PG. That is me. Good evening, folks. This is a public service announcement. I want you folks to listen up, pay close attention. In the United States of America, we have roughly about 40 plus million people on what's called SNAP benefits, or EBT, or as we all know, commonly called food stamps. Now, it has been announced that on November 1st, EBT cards may not work even if you have a balance remaining. So folks, please understand, if you have a balance remaining, whether it be big or small, chances are, no matter what state you're in, if the government does not open back up really soon, and or if they do not appropriate any funds to put in place in order to send out the allotments across this nation, those cards are going to just be basically turned off momentarily or temporarily until they can get things back up and running. When that's going to be, PG can't tell you. When is that going to be again? Saving Money Unapologetically cannot say. However, I'm coming on to share this information with everyone out in YouTube land and across this nation. If you are not a SNAP recipient or a food stamp recipient or EBT card recipient or beneficiary of one, then yes, this will not apply to you. However, it may apply to your mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, children, neighbor, co-worker, church members, whomever. Please spread the word. November is fast approaching. And with that being said, because November is fast approaching, we have a major holiday besides just normally trying to feed your family with the assistance if you have SNAP benefits. A lot of people will purchase things for the upcoming holiday, which is Thanksgiving. Now, if you have a balance, and it is towards the end of the month of October that we are in right now, I advise everyone to at least go out and start to purchase whatever you have left over. Stretch that food budget, stretch that EBT SNAP benefit budget that you have remaining balance of, and start to prepare to try to get your meal together for the upcoming holiday. If you cannot do that, I implore you to please go ahead and shore up your pantry as best you can, or buy extra food or whatever it is you can right now. Stack up what you can, spend your remaining balance with non-perishables and things that you can put in the fridge and in your freezer, so that you will have something to pull from and something to make some type of meals with in the next month going forward. You may or may not get the SNAP benefits placed on your card. Excuse me, folks. Again, you may or may not get those benefits placed on your card. It may be after November 1st. The cards are supposed to be probably temporarily suspended. Not that you will throw your card in the trash or do away with the card, but you may not even be able to get the remaining balance off the card. That's what I'm saying. And based on what I have read, and based on what was just announced here in the state of Georgia on our local TV stations, that come November 1st, you will not be able to use the cards. Because one, they're not putting anything on the cards, and two, they're just going to temporarily suspend them. They're going to become inactive because nothing's going to be loaded. One, we don't have workers that are working, and this is coming directly from the USDA, which is the governing body who controls the SNAP benefits. So, with that being said, please, please, again, be aware. Tune in, Google this, do your research, check me, check the news, tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell a coworker, tell a church member, whomever. Or if this is going to affect you, please understand. Go ahead to the store while there's still time. Gather up some necessary items that you know you, your household, you and your family members use on a daily or on a weekly basis. If you still have monies left over, please go ahead and spend that down so that those remaining balances aren't locked away forever. And there's a possibility, who knows, hell, you may lose them altogether. Even when they decide to open back up and turn it back on, or if they decide to have an excuse and say, oh, well, we in such great debt or whatever, we just can't do SNAP right now. We're going to start back up in January. Then you have maybe money hanging in the balance and you may not ever get that remaining balance placed back on your card. So rather than to lose it, don't sit on it. Don't wait and just see and play the waiting game and miss out on the opportunity to spend your remaining balance that's left here in October. If you've gotten your food stamp allotment or your EBT benefit allotment already, please go ahead and go to your grocery stores and purchase the items that you need or that you can get with whatever you have left over on that card. It says, because of the federal government shutdown, November 2025 SNAP benefits are on hold. Yes, it is definitely not November yet, but just know. This came across on 11 Alive, which is a local Atlanta metropolitan station here in the state of Georgia. And the USDA has given the word to the Georgia residents, actually to the governor's office, that Georgians will not receive SNAP benefits starting November 1st. Now, in order for them to put something like this out, this is serious. And it has to be put out to the masses so that people can start to do whatever they can necessary, can find other resources. Please, at this time, I'm going to ask people to, if you have extra money or if you have extra things in your pantry that you know that you're not going to use or whatever, or you don't even know why you purchased it and it's still in expiration, has not expired, please find the nearest church food pantry, the nearest local food pantry, neighborhood pantry, shelter, whatever, because people are in need of food and other non-perishable supplies, folks, across this nation. Please just don't sit on it. It's a lot of people that may happen on to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate it. For all of my loyal listeners and my loyal YouTube subscribers, please do me a favor. Do your community, your neighborhood, your church community, wherever, whomever you worship to or whatever, if you don't or whatever, please try to help out in any way that you can, whether it be monetarily or whether it be donating some canned goods that you have that you know that your kids just don't eat. They may not like corn. You may have 5 or 10 cans. That is something that will be a help to someone's family. That would be a help to add to the food banks, because the food banks get subsidies as well. And we are in a government shutdown and they are going to be hurting as well. More people will have to go and try to get in line at these food banks. So please, y'all, be aware of this and try to make plans. If you know that you are a food stamp recipient or a beneficiary to this safety net program, please start to make plans now to see where you can fill in the gaps. Find out where your nearest food pantry is. Find out if you worship at a particular religious organization or institute or wherever. Find if they have, or you may already know that they have a food pantry. Try to find out, try to get, there may be a waiting list to go. Some food pantries you have to sign up. They give you a particular day and time to come. Please dial 211 wherever you may be if you need those resources coming up in the very near future, in the month of November going forward. Dial 211. I'm more than sure those phone lines are going to be really, really busy, but the resources are out there still. I don't think they have been totally depleted yet, but the more people that wake up on November 1st, who live under a rock, who choose not to stay locked in or focused or tune in and don't get the news, don't understand, don't know, oblivious to it, and they find out that they had $100 left on their EBT card and they can't go get it off of there, and they're in a world of trouble, a world of hurt, because they were depending on the allotment for November, plus they were depending on the balance that they had in order to stretch it a little bit and go to the store and also purchase things for the upcoming holiday. Please dial 211 in whatever state, city or county that you reside in if you need available food resources. They should be able to give you a list of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 food pantries, food banks, community kitchen services, whatever, so that people will not go hungry. So, once again, for the entire nation, folks, it has been announced, the USDA says, because of the federal government shutdown, November 2025, SNAP benefits are on hold. In the state of Georgia, where I reside, the USDA sent a blast message to the governor's office, and they informed the local news media. And this is breaking news that I got, that Georgians will not receive the SNAP benefits starting November 1st. Also, during that time, while it was on the news, and I just clipped this photo from it, it also talked about the remaining balance that's on the card. The cards are still working as of now, but come 12:01 midnight on November 1st, whatever you have on the card will not work. You can swipe it all you want on the November 1st or 2nd or whatever. The cards are not going to work. And that is supposed to be across the nation. Now, I could not necessarily find the verbiage for it to say just like that, but from the USDA's website, USDA.gov's website, it did say that there won't be, temporarily, it has been suspended for the month of November. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt if you like, or take the information and disseminate it out, or do whatever you will. I just ask, if the information is not a good fit for you and you know that it's not going to affect you or whatever, please pass it on to someone who may not know about this, who it will affect. Please, that's all I'm saying. You have been listening to Saving Money Unapologetically with your host, PG. That is me. I really, really appreciate you all tuning in, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday evening, wherever you may be, or your Sunday morning, wherever you are in the world. But please like, comment, and share. I wish you all the best. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day. Bye now.